Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about a minute. Real quick, for those of you that are maybe beginners to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself right now, seeing the information for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next, compared to having already recorded everything and now sitting here doing a trade recap or some sort of post commentary, nothing like that. I don't know what's coming next. So if you just want a raw, unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So I will go ahead and pause for now, and I'll be back at the open or soon after if I start to see a quality setup start to form. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a put here at, what did I get filled? 2040 here. Just one. May look to add if this thing wants to come back down, but right now, yeah, 788. I will look to add if that wants to come back into play here. So again, watching 788 to see if it wants to come back into play. Okay, starting to come down. Okay, picked up another one there. Let's see if we can get some movement to the downside now. 78 still going to be that key break. Current area definitely being very stubborn right now. Approaching 788. There is the break. There we go. Can we get down through 87? All right, all out there for just $55. I thought that would be the move, but I thought wrong. But I want to get over here to NVIDIA. NVIDIA has a... yeah, slightly missed it. But let's see if it wants to come back up above that. Nope. Yeah, and I'm watching Tesla off screen. It's still just putzing around. I really thought when that 788 mark was going to fall, it was going to move. And it did move quickly, $1, down to 787. But I mean, with the stock that volatile, for it to break a key level and then only move $1, that's a little bit sketchy. And you can see right now, still just... So 792.87, so that's 5,250. Yeah, I could do, I'm talking to myself doing a little bit of basic math here. Maybe we just try playing the shares on this one. But yeah, see right there, I mean, so played that one right. As this thing now just bounces back upwards. $787. Still do like 787. I'll take it with 50 shares because I got to keep in mind my risk actually. So there we go. In with 50 shares. Let's see if this can finally give the break of 787. Whoop. That's not good. And now I'm outside of my risk parameters. So, all right, now down 240. Yeah, no, I definitely played that one right. The first trade, that is. As it now bounces back to the upside. Oh, so disappointing. That was such a great setup with those two options. No follow through and then the big move up. So I was still, I guess, a little bit hopeful that it might still work out. But nope, just like that. Who knows? Now the question is, what happens if 787 comes into play again? Do I try taking it again? And that is still a very intriguing area. I'll keep an eye on it. And never mind. Just keeps going up. So, all right, well, played that one right, at least just getting out where I did, because that loss would have been getting that much larger at the end of the day, because I was risk focused on that one. Even though I was wrong, still only down $240. So not like it's anything gigantic or massive. Annoying? Sure, but it happens. And, you know, the higher this goes, just the better I feel about cutting that loss, because that loss would have only been getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, and the overall markets are all over the place right now. I'm going to bring over the SPY 5-minute. I mean, look at that candle. Crazy candle all the way up, all the way down, and now all the way back up. So that's a very difficult environment to trade in, as you just saw. Got the failed breakdown, came back down, suckered me in, and then just snapped back up. So that's just, I mean, nothing you can really do there other than just honor your risk, manage your risk, because that's pretty brutal stuff there. Way up, way down, back, way up again. All right, I will go ahead and pause. And look at Tesla go. That's why you got to just cut the loss. That would have been very, very bad. I got out at 793. It is now $12 higher. So I mean, that's another $600 that I could be down right now. Think about that, another $600. I mean, now why not be even more than that? So, you know, had I just sold the peak, then that would have been basically about $700. So that's why I just cut losses. Just cut losses. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable, but it'll keep you in the game. Now, not that, you know, to be over dramatic, not that that move, had I still even sold the peak, would have knocked me out of the game, would have blown up my account, but it still puts me way further back than what I am now. I mean, I can make a very mediocre trade and get back to green. But, you know, had I taken $500, $600, $700, you know, loss more, I mean, now I'm sitting there, okay, this is going to, again, it's not like it's an impossible hole to climb out of, but it's in a much more difficult spot. And as traders, hopefully we can all agree that we're trying to make our jobs as easy as possible. And as counterintuitive as it may be, sometimes the quickest way, the best way to make our jobs as easier as possible is to lose money. But of course, lose money in a smart way. And for all I know, this thing is about to go even higher. So maybe, you know, if I was still being stubborn holding right now, then, you know, this thing, you know, might still be getting ready to go higher. I don't know, because again, these are live. I don't know what's coming next. I'm still interested in this one, but not more so until it can get up around the 816 mark, which is still a ways away. But with the way Tesla's moving, maybe it's actually not as far as it seems. But overall, good little learning example there of the power and why you should be focused on, you know, managing that risk. I have an order at 1750 here for some puts, getting close. Tesla probably needs to get up to, let's call it 832, maybe slightly above to give me a chance here. But I don't like things are just hovering around, so let's go down to 17 at this point. Even if I'm paper trading it, I still would not have been filled at 1750. Again, like I said, we'll need to get at least over 832 to give me a chance. And at this point, I think I can get a spike, which means it'll, ideally in my perfect world, create a spike downwards and get me filled at 1675. But I'll go ahead and pause for now, and I'll keep a close eye on it. And if it looks like I'm about to get filled, I'll get the video rolling. Okay, 17. Let's go a little bit more. Get them at 1675. Ooh, it was close. Sitting on best bid. Dropping down to 1650 now. Checking to make sure if this is still the same strike price I want to be at. And yeah, I like the strike price. $15.75 now. I'll go ahead and pause. Ah, shoot, missed it. Apologize for that. It did jump and jolt just like I wanted to see it jolt, and it filled me. But the problem is, it filled me, and I wasn't able to get the fill. But I did capture at least the exit right there. If you missed it, so out there on the exit at 125. But as of now, I need to stop talking, and let's try it again now at 1475. So if Tesla wants to keep rising up, then I'm looking to repeat the same thing over again. Again, would love to see it just jolt upwards like it did, quickly fill me, and then I got out within just a couple of minutes. No, I take that, not a couple of minutes. I got out within, I don't know, let's call it 20 seconds. So still in the red, and I'm not trying to get back to the green at this point. Just taking a few quick little scalps here, and you know, if it works out, great. If not, that's fine too. But like I said, by no means am I trying to throw some sort of Hail Mary to get myself all the way back to the green. It still could happen, you know, just maybe nickel and dime myself there. But I do need to continue to make sure that I'm keeping the right strike prices and stuff. Yeah, I still do like what's going on here. So again, 1475. Am I in? Did not get in. Gonna go down to 1425 now. But that might be all she wrote as the price now starts to come down here. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel that order out. So now down 115 with commissions. I don't know, let's call it 120 because I barely traded it all today. Actually, let me do this real quick. Is 850 any better now as far as what I'd be looking to do strike price wise? Not really mattering anyway since it's coming down here. By the way, it's 12. It's basically noon Eastern time, which usually I'm way done by now. But left the recording just going just in case I stumbled across the computer and something was going in nicely by the time I got here. And it was. So that's a nice thing is sometimes as a trader, you can go do other things, but every now and then you kind of just peek back at your screen, see any setups, see any dynamics that are playing out that look good. And in this situation, I did. Saw some good dynamics playing out. And, well, do I want to try? And yeah, I could try again. Again, I got to start to 850. Yeah, I'll try at 1350. Probably not going to get filled, but if I do, that would be awesome. So I'll pause for now, and if it looks like I somehow get filled at 1350 on these contracts, I'll get the video rolling. Okay, I'm maybe going to get filled here at 1350. Nope. Tried. Wouldn't give it to me. It's going to go down to 1275 at this point. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm just being extra high maintenance, extra picky. No need to try to force a square peg through a round hole. I'll go ahead and pause. Embarrassing to admit, but it happens. So, and also to answer the question, hey Clay, how does your chat room work? So I posted this in the chat room here. The Tesla 1 minute rising wedge. Put a pattern or put a picture of it with the pattern. Let me click on it so you can see it a little bit better. Actually, is this all on the screen? Yeah, it is on the screen. So you can see right there. That's what the pattern looked like when it was posted. A rising wedge, which is bearish, and you can see. Look at that, and it's embarrassing because I had no idea it would get that violent that quickly. So I stepped away from it. Was not paying attention. And you can see the results of that. So for any of you members that watch these videos, and for any of you that took that, either just shorted the shares or maybe picked up some put contracts, a big congratulations to you. I am watching to potentially play some calls here if this movement wants to get more so to the downside, but need to see a little bit more weakness. Ideally, the price down around $830 on Tesla. So we'll see if that happens or not. But regardless, I want to kind of answer the question there of how did the chat room work. So there's an example of that, and also offer up a congratulations because I know many of you members also watch these videos. So yeah, congratulations to you. All right, have an order at 1050 for some calls. So getting close. But I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit too greedy on these ones. Trying to decide, should I keep it at 1050 or should I just look for some sort of just nasty move that will give me even a better entry? But as of now, still wouldn't have been filled even at 1050. Where are we at time-wise on this video? 17 minutes, so not the shortest, but not the longest one either. Yeah, I'm going to just be extra high maintenance. All right, I will pause. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Almost at the end of the day, just getting back from working out. But once again, I want to reiterate here the learning lesson, which is so important because it sounds backwards, but it's how things work. It's how if you want to have long-term success, you want to do things, and you want to make things easy on yourself. How do you do that? By taking losses. Let's just play the what-if game. Let's say that I had said, no, I'm not going to get out. What did I sell? I got out at 794, which is right about there, give or take. So give or take right around there. What happens if I had said, nope, I'm not going to get out. I'm not going to cut the loss. I'm not going to be disciplined. Look at that. Now, I'm not saying that I would have sold the peak up there around $850, but think about how massive that loss would have been. We're talking about thousands of dollars now potentially instead of the $300 that it was. So thousands of dollars versus $300. You know what? I'm going to make my life much easier by taking the $300 loss compared to the potential thousands. I understand sometimes you'll get out and then the price will go in your favor and you can sit there and play the what if game of, well, you know, had I broken my rules, had I not honored my stop loss, I would have been okay. And you know what? That happens. And that can happen quite often. But all it takes is one of these where it doesn't happen, where the price just keeps going and going and going. And again, am I going to be over exaggerating and say, and you're going to find yourself living, you know, underneath a bridge? I won't go that far, but are you going to be looking at a massive loss that puts a huge dent in your account, that wipes off a whole lot of progress? Yes, very realistically, that's what you're potentially looking at. But when you just keep your life, you know, make your life easy. And yeah, I didn't get out of the red today, but I mean, I'm down 115. And I don't say this, you know, arrogantly, but if you watch past videos, 115, I can make back in the blink of an eye. So, you know, again, I mean, you saw the 125 gain, right? That thing happened in like 10 seconds. So had I made another, you know, 10-second trade, I mean, my loss is wiped out. And I did that because, you know what? I'm keeping my life easy. I'm managing risk. I'm not allowing things to spin out of control. So sure, maybe not the most exciting video in terms of like huge gains or anything like that. But quite frankly, these sorts of videos mean the most because they're illustrating what matters by far the most to us as traders, and that is surviving. Because if you survive, you're ultimately able to thrive. And if you've watched other videos, you've seen me thrive. You've seen me make thousands of dollars in very small amounts of time, but you can't do that every day. Sometimes you just got to be able to survive, and today was a survival day that could have been, very realistically, an absolute catastrophe. To think that I got out there and then ultimately that thing went all the way up to 850, that would have been a much larger loss than $300. So just keep that in mind. There's no shame. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, cutting the loss. We're all going to be wrong as traders. You can't be perfect all the time, but when you cut the loss, when you manage risk, that's how you make things easy as a trader. Because when all you got to do is climb out of a $300 hole, but in this situation now, all I have to do is climb out of a $115 hole over the next couple of days. I'm more than confident that I'm going to be able to do that. Why? Because, well, it's easy, right? It's much easier than having to climb out of a $1,500 hole, a $2,000 hole. So manage that risk. Overall, though, if you enjoy these videos, if you enjoy what I kind of boil in these learning lessons here, then do me a couple things. Hit that like button, leave a simple comment below. Because these are live videos, they're very difficult to make, and it's why I don't make them every day, because I have to talk to you. I have to think about my own trades. I have to think about alerts for the chat room. I have to execute my trades. I have to manage my trades. I have to make type alerts in the chat. There's a ton of stuff going on, and while they're possible, like I said, they're difficult, and just as a good steward of time and wanting to honor my time, I just want to make sure that these videos are remaining helpful and popular. So if you enjoyed it, if they're helpful, if you want me to keep making them, then like I said, you can communicate that to me by doing two easy things: hitting that like button and leaving a simple comment below. So yes, get out there and make your life easy as a trader by controlling that risk. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.